How did Cody Rhodes become the top guy in WWE? Back in 2016, when Cody Rhodes was still wrestling as Stardust, he had enough and didn't like the future he saw for himself as the Prince of Dark Matter. See, Cody Rhodes came into WWE as one of the top young prospects in the business. Son of Dusty Rhodes, brother of Goldust, and under the ring of a young Randy Orton who was in the beginning of his prime. But all the legacy in the world couldn't save Cody Rhodes from the plans creative had for him in the years to come. Whether it was dashing Cody Rhodes or Stardust the interdimensional oddity, it seemed Rhodes was destined for a career stuck in the mid-card. That was until mid-2016 when the then Stardust was granted his release by WWE. It was shortly after that when Cody Rhodes would put out a list of more than 10 wrestlers that he and now the fans would anticipate him to wrestle. That was also around the time Cody would have a major hand in producing the first ever All-In pay-per-view, the show that would ultimately parlay into what we now know as AEW. Cody wrestled in AEW for the first few years of its inception, being the company's biggest star and the fan favorite. But after a series of poor booking decisions, including Cody not being able to challenge for the AEW World title, the fans began to reject what we now know as the American Nightmare character and clamor for a Cody heel turn, which Rhodes would refuse to deliver. It was also reported at this time Cody had problems backstage with an unconfirmed feud at AEW. This would eventually lead Cody Rhodes not to re-sign and return to WWE as Seth Rollins' mystery opponent at the main event of Night 1 for WrestleMania 38. Cody would go on to sweep Rollins 3-0 in televised matches, the most memorable of the three coming at Hell in a Cell 2022 when Cody Rhodes wrestled through a gruesome pec injury. Although Rhodes would not win the title for another year and some change, it was that night that any naysayer or doubter of Rhodes would be silenced, and undesirable became undeniable.